Hello, this is an Astroneer tutorial about the button repeater. It's a detailed description as well as some common uses. This is the button repeater. Like the button repeater and the sensors that have been added in the automation update, you have this pin at the top where you can drag it over and connect to an object. That object will be started or stopped or toggled or whatever it does when you would normally activate it. The button repeater itself will stick to the ground. It doesn't stick to any other object, so here and here it doesn't stick, but it will attach to a T1 slot. It can be used either on the ground or attached to anything, but it doesn't toggle the thing that it's attached to. That's it for the basics of the button repeater. Some of the more common uses for the button repeater are to start multiple objects at the same time. So we have a research chamber, a soil centrifuge, train platform, and a medium printer all hooked up to this one button. And if I use it, they all go off at the same time. This is useful if you want to start multiple things at the same time, or if you have auto arms that you want to turn on and off. That works really well for that. One of the other uses is if you have too many things. So if you have any complicated device which has more than 12 objects that need to be toggled, for the button repeater, you only get 12 segment pins. But what you can do is attach one of those pins to a secondary pin, and then when I trigger this, it also triggers the pins over here. So that makes it useful for if you have other stuff that you want to trigger many things, you can just attach it to the button repeater and increase the amount of segments you have available. Another use for it is a very fast trigger. So if I turn this on, it's just two connected to each other, and it's just going to spam the crap out of anything that it's attached to. This works okay for a soil centrifuge. Sometimes you'll only get one canister on there, and it'll give you half a load. But for the most part, that's really the only thing it can be used for. Anything else, it just toggles it on and off way too fast. Like auto arms don't do anything. Printing just turns it on and off. And the only way to stop it is to disconnect it. And then a third thing that you can use is just as a fixer for auto arms. So auto arms in the games, they sometimes bug out and just stop working. And if you turn them on and off, they'll start working again. So it'll reset their parameters and they'll be functional again. This can be used for that. It's not the best. There's other ways to do this faster. So if you have a more complicated setup and you don't want things to grab anything out of sequence, this is kind of okay, but there's better ones using the storage sensor. And that is basically the common uses for the button repeater. Thank you for your time.